Okay, so in this video we're going to look at how easy it is to add a site in Operator4. Let's say we've been approached by a customer, PCL Components, and they want a crane B2C. Let's see if we can find the customer first of all. Move on to the Customer tab. You could look for them by inspection or by performing a search. PCL Components should have PCL in their name. Do a find. No, there's nothing there. They're not an existing customer. To add a customer, it's a case of pressing the Customer button, pressing the Add and putting the details in. So this is PCL Components. Operator4 will automatically suggest a customer code based on Sage 50 standards, i.e. to take the first 3 letters of the company name and add a unique 3-digit number to the end. If you don't like that, it can be turned off in the Operator4 options, so you can put your own customer codes in. Also, it doesn't count if you're importing customers from Sage 50, where it will just take whatever code they've already got. Let's put in an address. It's already indicating the date that this customer has been added to our system, and it's telling us at the moment they have no sites and no contacts. You have an option to put in notes if you want to. This is just for internal use. Once you're happy with the record, you can save it, or we can move on to charging and set up their default charging structure. Let's do that. Let's say that they are set up to exclude VAT, and rather than the 100% product charge, which is the company standard, we're going to charge them 100% of the meter readings. We're also going to charge them £250 management charge per month, and there's a lease operation here of £575 per quarter. The lease deal is in advance, the management charge, however, is in arrears. Okay, that's set up for the customer. We'll save it. If we open the customer list, we can now see we have PCL Components. We can look at their details, we can drill in and look at their charging structure. The last thing I want to do here really is I just want to set up a contact or two. I haven't got any contact information there, so I'm just going to add Mr. Justin Smith. He hasn't got a fax, I don't have his mobile. But we do have an email address. And this is the proprietor. Save that and exit, and we can now see we've got contact information as well as the customer set up. Adding a customer is that straightforward. That is now a customer against whom machines can be placed to create a site, and also they can accept invoices. So having created the customer, let's go and look at putting a site together for them. Now I know already that it's van 1 that does that sort of area, so I'm going to add the site to van 1, route 1. To do that, press the site screen, indicate that you want to add a record, do it manually. There's also a wizard that would add it for us in a tutored step-by-step basis, but I'm going to do it in a manual way so you can see all the steps. So the site code we're going to use here is PCL01. The customer, I can type it in or I can search, either way. When we get to the machine, the system will only let me place machines here that are not already placed somewhere else. Now there are about 40 machines in the demonstration dataset, but there's only 2 listed here because they are the only 2 machines that are not already placed on a site. And I happen to know that MCR01 is a crane B2C, which is the machine I want. You can see there it's looked up what sort of machine it is, it shows it next to the field. The route I want to allocate this to is route 1. And the days of the week we can visit this, it's Monday to Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday. And the normal number of days between visits, I'll set that to 2. Now you can set those days to whatever you want. If you put it to 1, the system will try and organise a visit to that site every day. If you set it to 2, every other day, and so on and so forth. Cache take day for this particular site is Monday. It will let us choose other days of the week. And the site address is defaulting to the customer's address. We could change that if we're dealing with a customer who has multiple sites. We're intending to put this on site on Monday the 22nd, and at the moment there's no removal date. The order number is just Justin's name at the moment. Finally, any notes that we want to appear on the driver's day sheets or on their handhelds when they visit here, and we'll just say use the side door, not the shop. Okay, if that's all accepted, we check the charging. Now the charging has picked up what we put on the customer, i.e. 100% meter charge, excluding VAT. If I had a customer with multiple sites, I could have every site being charged separately if that's what I wanted to do. Similarly, the periodic charges it's picked up from the customer, £250 a month management, £575 a quarter lease, and the management charge is not in advance. Well, I'm happy with all that. I have got a scope for putting in notes, but I haven't got any notes at the moment, so I save that site. What I can now see in my route list is PCL components is now a route stop for van 1, indicating a visit every 2 days in the scope Monday to Friday. At the moment there are no visits. In the next video we'll look at setting up a first visit and how operated visits work, leading to invoicing.